Hello everybody, welcome back to Graceful Embroidery, to another session of Hooping with Hazel. Today I am stitching out a design from the Almond Silk Paisley collection, and it has appliques in it, and I've decided to do this completely all in green thread and green appliques on ivory silk. And to do the appliques I've got the wrong pen. I need to get my fabric glue pen and add glue here on the two paisleys so that I can put this beautiful apple silk as the applique. Here you can see what I've stitched out so far, and as you can see I've chosen some beautiful green embroidery threads for this stitch out. They all tend to be yellow greens rather than blue greens. Green is by far my favourite colour, but I do prefer it with a yellow tint rather than a blue tint. So with my fabric pen here, I've put the glue all around here, and because this silk is so precious, I'm just going to lay each one on and then cut it away, and then move the fabric over to another one, rather than cut big squares out and waste fabric. When you've got precious silk, you have to use it economically, and trying to find an apple which is slubby silk is near impossible. I have a very small amount left, so I've gone for this smooth silk, and that is just a little bit harder to apply, but let's see how it goes. I've ironed this in place with my fingers as much as I can. When I last did these, I didn't get them completely flat, so making sure that I do it when the hoop is over the embroidery unit, I'm pressing really hard, and then I can do the stitch out. That has stitched out, and I'm going to carefully remove the hoop from the embroidery unit and then trim away the excess silk before I do the other paisley. Right, I've laid the silk, let's just lay this flat. I've laid the silk on here, ready for this paisley here. And sometimes it's interesting to change the direction that the fibres of your silk are laying. Obviously with slubby silk, that it's going to show even more so. It's just a little extra thing to consider when you're laying your fabric on. The outline of the paisley has now been stitched, and so I can remove the hoop again and trim round this. This is all the appliques that are added to this particular design. I've trimmed both paisleys now, and I'm going to do a second lot of stitches, which are little zigzag stitches, which will help secure the fabric in place even more so. You'll notice that you've probably got more guidelines and fixing stitches than you need in many of my designs, but I tend to put more than is necessary than not enough for you all. The appliques are now complete. I took the hoop off the embroidery unit and I took it into a very good light, and I trimmed off all the little tiny bits of silk that were sticking out. I think I got most of them, and then you just make sure that there are none left that will get caught in the next embroidery stitches, And so we're all ready to do another colour now. The stitch out is coming along nicely, and you can see the lovely blending of the different greens. I'm determined to get through this design without resorting to a white or an ivory or a cream. It's been fun challenging myself to stitch out a design with no other colour in it except greens. There is one colour left to go on here, and strangely enough, I suppose because it was the last, this was the one that I strolled the most with. I was determined to keep with the nice yellowy greens, and in the end I've gone for this one, which is can't remember, it's not one I use an awful lot. It's 1322, which could be Chartreuse, I can't remember. And this one does lots of little green flowers. Well, here is the design all finished, and I think you'll agree with me that these colours have all worked extremely well. I was a little bit hesitant about this green, but no, it looks lovely. So do play with colour. You can get such a different look by creating a different colour scheme, and I'm pleased that this challenge to embroider just in green has worked out. This is a design from the Almond Silk Paisley collection, and all the designs in this collection, which I think there's about 70, are $35 this month. Enjoy! See you next time. Bye for now.